Hello, and today I'm here reviewing Dangerous Boy by Mandy Hubbard. Mandy Hubbard was the same woman who wrote Ripple, and Ripple was amazing. I reviewed it over the summer. It was a mermaid book, but it was a darker shape of a mermaid book. Took the dark side of things. This could easily be adapted into a horror film. I was so excited to get it because I was like, Mandy Hubbard plus a pretty cover. Oh yeah, this is going to be a great book. So when I got into it, at the end, I was kind of left with that question that I had during the end of Carolyn Turgon's book, Godmother, The Secret Cinderella Story. Was the old woman really a fairy godmother, or was she simply suffering from a mental illness? This is kind of the same. This girl falls in love with this guy, and then she starts getting stalked, and then she finds out that he has a twin brother. Turns out the twin brother died, and his spirit is like lodged within her boyfriend's body. And so he's taking control every once in a while. And at the end, we're not really sure if it was really possession or if her boyfriend simply had a mental illness. So it was really, really good. It was a lot of mystery. I finished it in one night, and it's not because it was like a super short book either. I mean, it wasn't very short. It was around like 280 pages. So, I mean, it was like a pretty nice sized book. That's what I would call like a weekend read. And it was 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. I loved it. You should definitely pick it up. I think the cover is really, really beautiful. You know, the light and then the dark, and we have this guy back here, and then we have the couple up there. But that's not what I imagine the character to look like. I don't know why, but that's just... And there was a lot of negative reviews on Goodreads. I didn't know that when I picked it up because I just picked this up. So, anyway, I was reading some of those reviews, and some of the people are saying, like, she's a bad interpretation of a teenager. And I have to say I completely disagree, because in her situation, she had a dad who was a single parent, and he was working all the time, and she was either at school or hanging out with friends, so they didn't interact much. And she did tell her friends about her situation, and they did try to protect her, and she did draw back a little bit. And she knew that it wasn't, the stalking and stuff wasn't healthy, because she even said, we need to tell your brother to quit. And she said, and if that doesn't work, then I'm going to talk to your uncle. And she had even mentioned the police, or her friend mentioned the police. And she said, well, I hope it doesn't come to that, but, you know, if he doesn't quit, I'm going to. So she has a healthy reaction to what's going on. So to me, this wasn't a weak woman or a misrepresentation of a teenager. I think it was a very accurate representation of a teenager, because it's kind of like that Twilight thing. In Twilight, we had that whole Edward and Bella thing. And Edward was a little, well, he was really, really controlling. I mean, he even disconnected the cables to her battery once to keep her from seeing Jacob. So that was really, really controlling behavior. But she didn't have a healthy reaction to it. She just made excuses for him, which is what people do in an abusive relationship. This girl wasn't making excuses. She was pretty strong in standing up for herself. But she did act like a teenager. So I do not criticize Mandy Hubbard for that. I give her props, because she gave her main character a healthy dose of a healthy reaction to what was going on around her. And she still represented a young teenage girl with self-esteem issues and peer pressure issues. I really think that this was an excellent book. I think that it's completely safe for young adults to read. I think it's appropriate for the target audience. So I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. If you didn't like it, tell me why you didn't like it. And if you did love it, like me, then give this video a thumbs up. And like, comment, and subscribe. And my next review is on a book that I have been really excited about for a while. It's called Sister's Fate. And I will be doing that review also tonight because I've already finished it. And in that review, I'll tell you what I'm reading now.